What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome, trader. So, by the way, I'm Ruffy Capacio. You can also call me Snowy FX. I'm for those who are new here, by the way, I'm a technical trading analyst at ACY Securities. I'm also a proprietary trader and a prop firm trader. My trading approach is simple, pure price action, keeping things clean and simple, and also discipline risk management. In this session, I'll walk you through my live market analysis, explain the reasoning behind every setup, and also show you how I read the charts in real time. So yeah, and just a little market update for today's live trading session. Another day for in the markets, another setup that we could actually see in the market. Just a little bit market update that we could actually do today. So a quick reminder before we begin, this is not a financial advice. This is simply my personal view of the market based on price action and current market structure. Trading always involves risk. There are no guarantees. So make sure you manage your risk properly, do your own research, and never risk money you're not prepared to lose. Every setup that I will share you guys today, I want you guys to trade in your own risk. But I know it has a potential, and I'm really excited to share you guys the market update for today's live trading session. And now, I want you guys to ready your charts, and let's get started. Now, everything that we need to actually do first is to watch whether there could be high impact news. All we have to do is to focus today's live trading session and only focusing on the high impact news. As you can see currently, there's no high impact news, meaning there could be no high impact news that could have spiked up the markets. But still, if you look on the medium impacts, there are still has some medium impacts on the pairs. But mostly, I only focused on high impact news. But as you can see here currently, there's no event schedule, meaning there is no potential high impact news that could affect all of the markets. This is how I see. I only focus on high impact news, and there's no time to waste. Let's get into it. Now, as you can see here on our chart, we are currently at gold. As you can see here at gold, the same anticipation as yesterday because we are looking on swing trades. For those who are new here, every trade that I will be taking all of it is swing trade. Like I've mentioned yesterday that the market is already rejecting this previous structure point. The previous structure point is where the market is like this. Once the market creates a lower low and creates a lower high, this is how it moves. This is the basic structure of what it moves here. Once the market could broke this previous lower low, now this would act now as a previous structure point. This is the repetitive pattern that always happens in the market. Once the market could have its retracement, it will retest this previous structure point to create another lower high here. Next thing could happen, push to the upside. Now, if you look to the left, it happened before. Now, where we could actually find something here. Now, as you can see, this one. Market has its push, create a higher low, push to the upside. Now, retest back on this. As you can see on this wick, market retest this previous structure point and push to the upside. The same could potentially happen here. As you can see, market creates a higher low, a higher high, higher low, higher high. Market creates another higher low for it to have a continuation push. Market just actually stop right here to retest this previous structure point, push to the upside. Now, the same thing that we will anticipate here, market creates lower low, lower high. Market has broken this previous lower low. Now could potentially act as a previous structure point. Market has already retested this previous structure point and also closed as this candlestick, bearish candlestick pin bar, indicating that this could have a potential downside. Now, looking at the daily chart, market is still stuck inside a consolidation level. The same anticipation. This is just a market update. No need to force trades because I actually scalp on the lower time frame, but I lean towards the most higher probability. That is why most of it is anticipation, right? The same on gold. It is still inside. It did not broke above yesterday. It did not broke below. The same anticipation. Wait for any breakout. That's it. Now, by the way, I have posted this exact analysis on ACY website. You can actually check it out. The marketing team has actually sent some links at the live chat. You can actually just go to that exact link. Now, as you can see, I have posted this today. Gold, AUDUSD price action forecast. Is the gold breakout the next big move? You can actually check out this recent analysis so that you can actually see where is the exact detail of the levels that I have plotted. As you can see, bullish momentum could occur if price breaks and retests the daily resistance level around this area. There are exact levels here that you can actually plot. And at the downside, I actually have a trading assignment. You can actually use the exact checklist to spot high probability price action setup. Just check this blog. It is actually available now at ACY website. You can actually read it and use it as your trading setup on gold this week. Now, as you can see here, currently on gold, the same anticipation. Wait for any breakout above so that we will look for buys. Wait for the breakout below so that we will look for sells after the retracement. Just be patient. No need to force trades. This is a swing/day trade. That is why once you're a swing trader, patience would be the key. If you are forcing any setups and you are day trading and a swing trader, and you are actually forcing trades, not following the setups that you have to follow, bang, your trade has been your exact trading plan has been broken, and probably that will be the reason that can blow out your account. Now, one key example of this is why patience could actually play as an important role once you are day trading or swing trading, because all we had is to wait for the exact anticipation. The same as this one. If there's no breakout would happen, there's no trade. That's it. Simple as it is. Now, on to the next. Now, NAS100. Look at it right now. Market is still moving towards my second target price, but still, I don't know what will be the outcome of this trade. Right? This is just a clear, transparent, or I'm just giving you guys the exact transparent that even price action itself, you can predict this kind of move. Probably if I didn't close my trades, I already have closed 1:4.5. But if this could play out, then execute and forget would be one of the best strategy that you could use. Right? Now, I have no anticipation on, I have no setup for NAS. I just look at it to see whether it could hit my second target price. It already hit my first target price, like this line, close at 1:2.5. But we'll see whether this could reach my exact target price too on this week. We'll see how this week goes. Now, on to the next. Now, as you can see, maybe we could actually watch a little bit on oil. As you can see, oil is already climbing back towards the upside, but no anticipation for this one. All I have is to actually look to have whether we could have a setup on crude oil, but right now I don't think I have any setups right now, because probably it actually don't look clean. And by the way, maybe our macroeconomic strategist or analyst would be she would be possibly sharing some insight on crude oil. So you could also check it out after this live trading session. Now on to the next, Bitcoin. As you can see here on Bitcoin, we are currently looking at the weekly chart. Market is still creating this potential lower high, but on the daily chart, market has already have its broke out. All we had to anticipate is to wait for a proper rejection. This is one key why we wait for any rejection. Because once the market couldn't or potentially won't reject our resistance level, I will still count this that the market is still below. Because market still have 16 hours for it to close. There's still a lot of time for it to close. As you can see, 16 and 48 hours for it to close. But we'll see how this daily candlestick will close. If this closes like a pin bar, a bearish pin bar, an inverted hammer, the same as this one, as you can see, market broke below, retest, reject. There's a huge wick above. There's a short body below. That is a bearish pin bar. If that will create the same as like this, then I will catch this trade the same how I caught this trade on Bitcoin. We'll see how this goes. Resistance is all we had to anticipate this move. If this could reject, then automatically don't second doubt to sell this market. I want you guys, just once you executed, trade on your own risk and manage your risk properly. So yeah, that is the anticipation for us on Bitcoin, because Bitcoin has already have its breakout. I consider this has that it actually have its breakout below, because you can clearly see this bearish engulfing, it body closed below, retest. I won't still count this that it broke above, because it still didn't close. There's still 16 hours for it to close. There is still a possibility that the market could actually just push like this, and EMA could actually push price back to the downside to create a small body and form a pin bar like this one. Possibly there is a possibility that it could actually create like this candlestick, because the market is still like this, right? Market is still moving. EMA indicator could actually push or reject price, could act as a resistance, pushing price back to the downside, and the market could actually just close like this. Then probably it actually create a bearish engulf, a bearish pin bar, indicates that the market could already have its downside potential. The same as the same as this candlestick here. You clearly see the small one, this one. Where is it? This one. This is a bearish pin bar, a long wick above, a small body, right? There's a pin bar, it creates like this on the current price action here. Then that will be our confirmation that the market is already setting up for sales. Just be patient. Probably this could actually set up tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. Now on to the next, GBP USD. Still don't have any pullbacks on the lower time frame. It is still playing on my exact take profit. I still don't know what will be the outcome of this trade, but I'm already in profit on this pair. There's still no pullback yesterday, right? Because as you can see here, it's way too far. But once the market could actually goes back, could retrace back on our resistance, then we could execute another sell on GBP USD. But still, all you have to do is to actually execute and forget. On to the next, JBP AUD. This will be the one would be setting up probably today or tomorrow. We'll see, because this move is what I anticipated to do. I will wait for the market to properly break the support. Market has already have its broke. Now the second thing, it is already have its retracement. All I have to do is to wait for any rejection, any rejection that could actually make me decide to execute this trade. But I will not be executing any trade, because I am already inside. I'm already holding this trade. All I had is to actually to to actually execute one trade, I will not be overexposing my capital. That's it. All we had is to actually to catch one of this trade, not to take all of this trade, right? All we had to do is to catch one of them, and we're done for the week. That is how a day trade and a swing trade actually do. Now, on JBP AUD, it actually looks good, but I can actually execute any of this trade right now because I have still other capital that I could actually trade. But using my first account that I use, probably I will not be executing it on JBP AUD. Because I already executed it on JBP USD, then I will not be overexposing my one account. But if you have any other accounts that you could actually use, if you are taking trade on JBP USD in your first account, and probably you could actually execute it on your other account on JBP AUD. Don't trade on one account and actually executing two trades. That's not how it works. All we need is one of them that could potentially play out, and we're done for the week. Now, GBP AUD is already cooking up for sells. Market is already retesting. EMA indicator is still above. I will still consider that EMA is still above because daily candlesticks still have 13 hours for it to close. There is still a possibility that the market or this daily candlestick could close like a pin bar and probably could actually move like this, and it could actually reject and form a pin bar the same as Bitcoin. It has the same move. Now, no need to force it. Wait for a proper rejection so that we can decide to sell this pair. On to the next, AUD USD. Still, market is already setting up. It is actually look good and it's already cooking up for sells. But I will wait for a much confirmation. Because market still didn't have its broke out. I will wait for the market to body close below so that I will be interested in taking sells. Wait for the market to have its retracement, then look for sells. And also once the market could retest back on this resistance, it could retest this head and shoulder. It could actually validate this head and shoulder once the market have its break and retracement back on this daily resistance. No need to force trades. Just letting the market do its thing, not to force any of the movements. And what I am posting on our website is the market that I'm really looking into. I will not be posting any setups that won't make sense and that won't fit on my setups, or I think if I see that it is actually don't look good or not a high probability setup, I will not be posting it and I will not be sharing it on this live trading session. Okay, now as you can see, AUD is still setting up. Now let's see how this market moves. If any of this market can actually move first, then execute. Don't second guess to execute it. Still, AUD is still having its breakout. We'll see how this daily candlestick close. If this body close, and therefore it could retrace back on this daily resistance, probably push back to the downside. Now on to the next, JBP NZD. Now as you can see, the same anticipation, market is at a potential higher low. The highest probability is to look for buys because we are at a potential higher low, because anticipating higher low, the next move could be the push to the upside. Looking at a daily chart, market is still stuck on a consolidation. Then the best anticipation is wait for any breakout. The highest probability is the breakout above. The lowest probability setup is to look for sells once the market can have its break on this support level. Why is it? How I actually give you guys the exact hint that why this market is a high probability setup and the other one is a low probability. Now, let me actually share you guys. That is why I actually watch the higher time frame first to to know what is the trend of the higher time frame. Once the higher time frame could actually automatically gives you the exact trend, therefore that would be the best highest probability if you actually sync both the higher time frame and toward and down to the lower time frames. If the weekly chart could actually gives you a hint that the market is clearly in a bullish trend, market is at a potential higher low, therefore it is already setting up for buys, then the best decision that we could actually take is to take buys, right? Because the higher the time frame it is, the much respected the analysis is. If the market's at a potential higher low on the weekly chart and the daily is in a bearish trend, how could we decide? Are we buying or are we selling? Like I've said, always follow or always need to sync your lower time frame towards the higher time frame trend so that it could be considered as a high probability and you are taking the trade with the trend. Because if you're taking sells and the higher time frame actually giving you guys a hint that it is setting up for buys, and therefore consider that is a low probability setup. Okay, and maybe in time I will be teaching you how multi-time frame correlation would actually works, and yeah, I will be actually teaching you guys in the next few days. So for now, I'm just giving you guys an exact basic structure on or basic knowledge on how could I actually differentiate high probability and low probability setup. Now, key example is JBP NZD. The JBP NZD is telling me that the market is setting up for buys because clearly it is setting up a highs and lows. Once the market can create a potential lows or higher lows, we already know the basic market structure of the bullish trend. The next thing could happen is a push, right? That is our analysis on the higher time frame. Therefore, my higher time frame actually told me that okay, it is already good for buys, and then we will stop on it. Now, once the daily could actually tell a different story. As you can see on the daily chart is having a bearish momentum to the downside. Therefore, clearly market is in a bearish trend. Therefore, this is how it actually looks like on the daily. This is how it looks like once you actually pair or sum up the weekly and the daily chart, right? That weekly pullback, in order for it to have its pullback to create a higher low, the daily needs to be bearish. This is how a multi-time frame correlation works, and this is how a market structure works. Now, my higher time frame, my weekly chart actually tells a story that it is good for buys. Then the highest probability setup is to wait for the daily to actually broke above so that we could, because it is already stuck on a consolidation, and the high probability is to actually look for buys. Then it is not ideal to buy at a consolidation zone. Then that is why the best anticipation is to wait for the market to break above on this daily resistance so that we could actually escape or break through this consolidation. And also, once the EMA indicator could be actually below on the price action, therefore will automatically give us a confirmation that the daily is already shifting from bearish to bullish. Therefore, both the weekly and the daily is already in sync once the market could have its breakout on this daily and break above on this EMA indicator. That's it. Simple as it is. That is just how multi-time frame correlation works. And that is how I differentiate what is the high probability and the low probability. The low probability, why it is a low probability, even the higher time frame already tells us that it is already cooking up for buys because we are at a potential higher low at the weekly chart. So therefore, once we take sell and knowing we are at a potential higher low, the higher time frame could actually have a push and automatically hit your stop loss, and you will be questioning why I get stopped out, why this happened, what will be the problem, because you're not executing your trade with the trend. That is why I actually told you guys that the trend is your friend. That will be the first thing that you need to do. You need to execute with the trend. Now, probably if you're not still experienced, that is why I actually anticipate how to actually execute a counter trend trade. Like I already have experienced all of these things in the market. That is why I could execute even though I am executing without the trend, because I have been in the markets and already understand how the market structure works. Even though I don't have any of the trend, all I did is to base it on the previous data, because sometimes the market have its high and lows, and even though it is actually not look for buys, but after I see on the previous data and it actually reacted before on this daily level and it actually have a push, then I will not second guess to execute it even though I don't have any of those trends. Without the trend, I will base it on the previous data. That's it. Now, on JBP NZD, the best anticipation, the highest probability setup is buys, because the higher the time, the high time frame actually giving us a hint that it is good for buys, and therefore the highest probability is the breakout above on this resistance level. Wait for it to have its retracement, then look for buys. The lowest probability is to actually take sell, wait for it to broke below on this weekly support level, wait for the retracement, then look for sells. That's it. Same anticipation, no need to confuse it, letting the setup play its own thing. We don't know how the market works or how the market moves, letting or waiting for the market to actually move. Once the market could have its move, whether above or below, then all we had is to react and adopt. Once the market could have its retracement on our exact level, then execute and forget. On to the next. NZD USD, the same thing. The higher time frame actually told that it is a potential lower high. Therefore, it is actually good for sells. Then all we had to do is to look for sells. Wait for the market to broke below on this daily support level. Then we will be interested in taking sell on NZD USD. Okay. So any question about our setups, feel free to ask. So yeah, I think that is it. Market is at the weekly chart, market is still a potential lower high, knowing that the bearish trend would create a potential lower high for it to have a push to the downside. And we are now currently here before the move. So therefore we are still here. We are now anticipating that probably this would be the last move for it to have a push. So this is how it looks at the weekly chart. Now on the daily chart, therefore the high time frame actually tells us it is good for sells, and automatically copy that exact anticipation at the low time frame. Then we will anticipate for the market to have a bearish move. In order for it to have a bearish move on NZD USD, still clearly it is in a bullish momentum. For me to take sells, I will wait for the market to break below this daily support. It is not really ideal to take sell above on a support level, right? Because knowing this could act as a support and it could actually bounce back to the upside. This is why we will wait for it to broke below first, so that this could act as a resistance right after the retracement, then look for sells right after the retest. On to the next, AUDUSD, still the same. Market is creating a lower high. Market is still above on their daily support level. All we have to do is to wait for the break and retest, so that we will be looking for sells. I think that is it. Just a quick market updates for today's live trading session, because there is not much. All of our setups is really more likely a swing trade and day trade. That is why patience, the trading is a patience game, or swing and day trading is a patience game. If you actually want some high volatility markets like scalping, this kind of setups won't be for you. But if you are a patient and if you want to be trading, or if you have a work and don't have time to watch the market 24/7, then this kind of setups would be ideal for you. Because all I did, even though I'm actually a technical trading analyst, all I did is when the market are already approached to my exact level, then that will be the time that I will be watching the charts, waiting for my entry signals, and never second guess for me to execute, because it already have approached my level. I won't actually execute my trade. It won't actually go towards my exact anticipation. Then no need for me to execute the trade. But if the market could give me the exact opportunity that I am anticipating, one key example is GBP/USD. Right after the market broke below, like for example on GBP/USD that I already catch, right after the market broke below, and retraced back on this daily and weekly, and actually pop up entry signal on the lower time frame, I did not second guess it, execute it right away. One key example, right now I'm just still holding, not watching it 24/7, and execute and forgetting this setup. Once I actually execute, it is why I actually call it execute and forget. Once you already execute your trades, all you have to do is forget the trade. Because if you're that kind of person, right after you're executing and you're 24/7 watching how the market moves up and down, then that could actually affect your psychology. Sometimes you will be thinking any of the movement in the markets, even though the market won't move on what will you expect. Is why all we did once we execute is to forget, letting the market do its thing, and always thinking you don't know what will be the outcome of the trade. As long as you manage your risk, putting your stop loss above or below, putting breathing room to minimize stop out or liquidity grab, that's it. And letting the market do its thing. Or when you get stop out or wick out, those kind of movement is unavoidable. As long as you have your risk management, then you'll be okay. So yeah, feel free to ask. You can actually ask it on the live chat. So yeah, I think that is it. And if you want to actually join our Discord community, we have our inclusive Discord community. You can actually scan this QR code. It is inclusive for those who want to join only. And inside our Discord community, we will be sharing a much deeper insight. I'm a technical trading analyst. I will be sharing mostly a deeper insight of a pure technical analysis of all the analysis that I am sharing you guys today. Purely technical. And also there our macroeconomic strategists and analysts, Ms. IRAS, also have and also teach her deeper insight of macroeconomic strategy, and also a deeper insight of the news and how it will affect the markets, and also teaching her own strategy in a deeper insight. Feel free to join. All you have to do is to register. There is a link on the description below. You can actually check it out. And we have and our marketing team also send some link on the live chat. Check it out as well. And yeah, and all we have to do is to actually just catch one of those trades or setups. No need to actually trade all of the setups that I shared. All we need is one of them to play out this week. Okay? Now, by the way, we also have our trading cup. If you're still learning or don't have time to analyze the markets, you can check out our trading cup. You'll be able to follow experienced traders and copy trades in real time. While learning how trades are managed professionally, it is a simple way to stay involved in the market without overcomplicating the process. The link is in the description below. You can actually check it out. Now, inside our trading cup, if you are a person who don't want to actually trade their own or execute their own trade, letting other trader to actually execute, you can copy, just putting up capital and letting other traders and letting your own capital or other traders to execute your trades. All you have to do is just to copy, sign up with ACY Securities, putting some capital and letting other traders, profitable traders, that automatically copy their own trades. There are a lot of actually profitable traders. Some of them actually gain 28% of their capital. Also, some of them actually gain some 500% of their capital. They actually use their own strategy, and all you have to do is to put some capital and letting it copy the trades that this trader is actually taken. And if you want to actually execute your own trade and use the trade ideas that I actually shared right now, you can actually start trading with ACY Securities. This is the broker that I use also. You can actually start trading, register now, and start trading with ACY Securities. So I think that is it for today's live trading session. Another banger live trading session that I actually shared with you guys today, and I'm really excited every single day that I shared all the market updates that I'm watching right now. So all of the setups are somewhat day trade and swing trade, because sometimes I want you guys, once you actually execute one of those high probability setups that I've shared, all I want to do, guys, is execute and forget. That's it. Once we execute, we forget that we are trading. And maybe if you're a first time of doing that, try it first and you will see what will be the outcome. Because sometimes my trades actually takes time. Sometimes it actually takes 1 to 2 days. The longest trade that I actually hold is almost one and a half weeks, because I hold it within the weekdays. You already know that Forex, I'm actually trading Forex. There's no market will be closed during Saturdays and Sundays. That is why I hold on the weekends, letting it play out. Whether it could hit my stop loss or take profit, I will be holding my trades. If it won't hit my take profit and stop loss, and it will take 5 days, 7 days, 8 days, 10 days, 11 days, then I will not be closing my trade in a break even. That is why right after I execute my trade, all I did is to forget it. That is it. And yeah, I think that is it for today's live trading session. So if you found value in this session, make sure you smash the like button and subscribe so you never miss the daily market outlooks, the live breakdowns, the high probability setups that I've shared every single day. So I appreciate you all for being here. Hope you got value from today's live trading session. Stay disciplined, manage your risk. Once the market could approach our level, or you already have executed some trade ideas that I've shared, all you have to do is to execute and forget. So have a great day. Take care, and I'll see you in the next live trading session. So see you guys.